So many times when couples come in to meet me, they're like, where do we start? What do we do? And I understand the frustration. I remember doing my daughter's wedding, and it was just so much, and I didn't know that much about it back then, and it was a nightmare, really. We were trying to put together the perfect day for her, and it was just so much to coordinate. And where do you start? So since then, we've become an expert, and Paradise Weddings is now #1 here on Guam. And we love helping brides and grooms have that wonderful dream come true. So today I want to talk to you about, what do I do now? I'm engaged, now what? So I'm going to go through a few little things with you, and we also offer some classes that are free of charge, and you can look into those if you'd like to attend. But let me show you where to start today. What do we do? We're engaged, now what? Okay, so the first thing you need to do is to set up a way to collect your all of your information, your quotes and all the things that you're going to be collecting, your designs, your inspirations, if you're going to have a reception. Where do you keep all of that? Now, it's technology nowadays, but in the old days, you just cut things out and glued it on paper and kept it in a notebook. But nowadays, you have so much available to you, like Pinterest, or, well, there's a lot of things available online. I also give away a free wedding planner book for you to keep up with your budgets and your different things that you do need to write down. But Pinterest is a great place to start pinning your ideas. Just realize that Pinterest doesn't mean cheap. And when you choose a design, you need to think about everything in that design and what it costs before you settle on it. But your planner can help you do that and help you stay within budget. So first thing is to pick a date or a month. You got to start somewhere. We need a date or a month to be able to get started with you. If you're going to come in and meet with Paradise Weddings, it helps if you at least have the month. And then if you want to know, do I want inside or outside? And that helps when we're starting to put a plan together for you. So first of all, you want to create a folder or get you a wedding planner book or set up a Pinterest board or whatever method that you're going to start working with. And then number 2, you meet with a planner. Now, we offer free wedding planning services if you book services through us, but there are wedding planners on the island that you can get, or you can have your family and friends help you. But if you want professionally done and you want worry-free, I suggest you get a professional person. I don't recommend doing it yourself because it's so stressful. And your day is supposed to be stress-free, and it's supposed to be a dream come true. At least that's what we believe here at Paradise Weddings. So I think you should schedule a consultation with whoever's going to be helping you as soon as you can. Because first thing that needs to be done is you need to create a wedding budget. And oftentimes, brides and grooms come in and, or potential brides and grooms, they'll come in and I'll ask them, okay, let's get started. What's your budget? What do we have to work with? And they're like, well, we haven't thought about that. So that's something that you really have to consider. So how do you choose a budget? Well, unless you have unlimited funds, you start with, what do I have? And what can I get? Some people get a loan. Some people have family. They divide it up between family members, and the mom and the dad will pay for some, and the fiance will pay for some, and the bride will pay for some, and the cousins and the uncles and stuff will say, well, I'll pay for the photo booth, or I'll do this, I'll do that. And a good way to get started is to sit down and think about who all can help and what they can contribute. Sometimes the family will do the catering. That's not a great plan because it stresses everybody out, but if it's what you have to do. When we did our daughter's wedding, we had family and friends bring sides, and we catered the meat, and that worked out just fine, and it didn't stress too many people out, and it kept our costs down, and it was a beautiful day, just absolutely beautiful day. So there's a lot of ways to keep your budget in control, but you just have to think that through. And sometimes just talking with a planner, they can help you figure out ways to keep your budget in control, or if you have unlimited budget, to make that grand statement, dream come true wedding, make that day happen just the way you want it. And that's what we want to do, is give you what you want. And hopefully the planner you choose will feel the same. So first thing you need to get started on is your budget. And if you don't know how to do one, please make an appointment with us and we'll sit down with you, no charge, and help you get started choosing a budget and making a plan. And then if you want to go with us, great. And if you don't, that's okay. We don't mind helping you out to get started. So just give us a call. My cell phone number is 987-1503. And you can WhatsApp me too. And then the next thing you ought to do is finalize your date, because you can't do anything without a date. You can't book a venue. You can't, book vendors, nothing. You have to have a date. So first of all, think about how much money do I have to work with and what's my date. Then once you get your date and your budget, then you start booking things. And you can do it yourself. You can contact all the hotels and try to get them to send you quotes. I don't recommend doing all the hotels. Just go and look around and then choose the one that you like the best, or the one or two that you like the best. And the reason you have to have your date before you get started is because they're going to want to know what date, because they need to check availability. And certain times of year is crazy busy. June is crazy. Not only are you competing with other people's weddings, but you're also competing with the schools, because they're having graduations and proms and this and that. So June is tough. So if you want June, you have to start way ahead, at least a year, and go ahead and book those dates. If you're going to do a chapel wedding, you're going to need to also reserve your chapel and reserve your hotel, or your church if you're doing it at church. So there's a lot that has to be coordinated. And that's why I recommend a wedding planner, because they can do it and they have experience. And a lot of planners, at least we provide discounts from different vendors that you cannot get on your own, as well as discounted foods and perks and things from several hotels. But I'm not sure what your planner can do, but that's what we're able to offer. But you have to get your date, at least date 1 and date 2, plan B, and then go ahead and reserve those and put a deposit down, and then everything else will fall into place. But if you don't have your date and your venue, you're looking for trouble. So those are the main things that I suggest you get started on. And after you get that, then you can work on everything else. So think about your budget. How much money do I have to work with? And how much time do I need to get that money up? You may have a savings and you say, okay, I've got $15,000. This is what we're going to do. Or you may have, been living your life. You don't have a lot of money and you just want to get married. You want to marry the love of your life. And that's okay too. We can do a wedding in 24 hours. We're sitting on go. And we are very organized, and we have a lot of things already, so it doesn't take us a long time to get ready for you. But the longer you have, the more choices that you have. And the longer you have to raise your money to do more grand. The more grand you want, the longer it takes to get ready. So if you want something that's $50,000 or more, then you need to plan at least a year or two in advance. If you want something in the $10,000 to $5,000 range, well, we can do that quickly. We've done a $20,000 wedding in about 2 or 3 weeks. So, and weddings don't have to be expensive, but they can be. And my motto is, you can have anything you can pay for. I'll make it happen. So that doesn't mean I have to be expensive. It just means whatever you want, I'll make it happen. As long as you have the budget to go along with it, we'll make it happen. So that's about all I'm going to talk to you about today. I don't want to be too lengthy in my video, but if you need some help and you'd like to meet with me, go ahead and book a free consultation. You have nothing to lose. And we really want to make your dream come true. So contact us as soon as you are able, because the sooner you get started, the better it's going to be in the end. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today.